Welcome to Year 11 Higher Progress Test 1B Question 4. Now question 4 is all about calculations with upper and lower bounds. Now the first thing that we need to look at is that D has been rounded to two significant figures, so we need to find the lower and upper bound for D, and we also need to find the lower and upper bound for T. Now this has been rounded to two significant figures, so that means to the nearest 10. So this one's going to be 155 as its lowest bound and 165 as the upper bound. Now two significant figures for 7.2 means to one decimal place, so the lower bound is 7.15 and the upper bound is 7.25. So as we're trying to work out the upper and lower bound for S, they have told us the calculation where speed equals distance over time. So to work out the lower bound for speed, we're going to use the lower bound for the distance, so have the smallest number as the numerator, but to make this as small as it can possibly be, we need the biggest number to be the numerator. So for time, that's 7.25, the upper bound. For the upper bound, we're going to need the upper bound for distance, so that's going to be 165, and we're going to need the lower bound for the time to make sure that this is the biggest possible value. Now at this point, now I have my two calculations, I'm going to use my calculator to work these out. So for the lower bound, that's 155 divided by 7.25 plus equals, and we get 21.379. And for the upper bound, we have 165 divided by 7.15. And this gives us 23.0769. Now the questions told us that we need to give our answers to three significant figures. So looking at the lower bound, we find our third significant figure, which is 3, and we can see that the 7th is the 4th, so this gives us an answer of 21.4. And for the upper bound, we need to do the same. Our third significant figure is 0. We look at the 4th, which is the 7, so that rounds up. So our upper bound is 23.1. Thank you for listening.